We're back!
Surprise episode!
MFL Total Access, Episode 1, Winter 2023. Here we go. It's good to be back.
One and done?
One and done. We're one-hit wonders, as they say.
I think this is our 50th episode. All time.
Really?
Yeah, I'll check that a bit later, but I'm pretty sure it's our 50th episode. I wanted to check it before and I forgot.
And you're waiting to tell me this now because...
Because you said episode 1 and I just clicked...
49 plus 1 is 50.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll check it quickly.
That'd be awesome.
But it'd be crazy, eh?
It would be. 5-0.
Should
Big
we have
5-0.
done anything special for the 50th episode?
Let's give each other a high five for 5-0. Wouldn't be so weird about it. Wow, this is so cool. I didn't realize that, Terry. That's awesome. I feel like I haven't been doing this in a very long time.
It has been a very long time.
Yep.
You think we're a little rusty?
Rust. We don't have rust. Maybe a little.
You want to introduce ourselves for the new teams, players in the winter? Or?
Yeah. Good idea.
Or no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Go ahead. You start. I'll look at how many episodes we've done so far.
I'm William Power, and I've been in MFL since the COVID year. I've been playing spring season, first year playing winter, playing in the fall as well. I'm on Iron Wolves, Master Chiefs, Thunder Buddies, those teams, and MFL's been awesome. I love it. Love seeing you guys around. And yeah, I've been doing the podcast now for I believe a bit over a year. And yeah, excited to do this one. And this is Terry, and he almost died. And that's why he's more of a radio guy now rather than a player.
It is our 50th episode.
No way.
That's pretty
Let's
sick.
do a real high five then. Nice.
Yeah, so whatever Will said about the MFL being great, I've been in the MFL for a little longer.
Yeah, since I was in diapers, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately got injured at the beginning of last summer. Might be back in the fall, we'll see. It gives me more time to ref.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about refs, if ever you're interested in reffing, we can always use some more zebras. Reffing, scorekeeping, just write to the league or write to me. We get you trained in no time. I always say if Will could do it, anyone could do it.
I
So
that was coming. It's not that hard.
No, and it's a lot of fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Especially outdoors. That's one thing that was missing in the winter. Those tight games, you feel the rush. Everyone hurry up between the games. There's not really no chilling. You can't eat your lunch. You can't really joke around.
Running to Tim's, running back from McDonald's, you're getting burnt, getting that sunscreen on. For sure. Super excited to be back in the spring. Which is a good vibe too.
Yeah, definitely a good vibe. But excited to go start the spring season soon.
Preach.
Speaking about Tim's, did you win?
I never check. I never go online. Anything that does online, I don't do.
Did you hear about what happened? The guys that happened to a few people that they won and then they refreshed the page, but it was a bug.
No way.
And it said they had won $10,000. You didn't hear about it?
No.
It happened to a few people in Quebec. It said they won $10,000, and then when they looked again, it said they didn't win, and then they complained. And guess what Tim Hortons did?
Gave them a $10 gift card each.
Close. They gave them $50 each.
You're lying.
I swear. They gave him a $50 gift card.
See, this is what electronics taking over the world. Can't do it, Terry. Just can't do it.
Can't do it?
Nope.
What about our stats that are through electronics?
Let's go back to pen and paper. Good old stats. God, that wouldn't work.
Also must be refreshing. We want to do this episode. We don't usually do any podcasts in the winter, but Kevin having sole possession of covering the media for all of winter, we felt you the people deserved something better.
So here
we are.
To say the least.
Our bad for the teams who did not make the playoffs because you won't be covered that much in this episode, but we'll still go over some very brief and quick season recaps. Got to give some credit where credit is due.
For sure.
Are
there awards for winter?
I think so.
Okay.
I think there were last year, but I'm not aware of them being in process right now, which usually they would be if it was the case. But we have more time between the winter and the spring, so they may come later.
Sounds like a John problem.
Yeah. There were a few more suspensions this past winter than there are in past seasons.
Really?
Yes. There were at least 3 suspensions. There was someone
yeah, it's true. I knew about one of them.
Sorry?
I knew about one of them.
Only one?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 suspensions. I remember 2. I don't have the third in mind right now.
You know what they say, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Live and learn. Suspension's only one game one day. Were they ever more than a game?
They were all, I believe, 1 week suspensions.
Okay. So just not playing that week no matter how many teams they're on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
We want to keep that, get that number lower in the spring. MFL's not about that.
Nope.
No. I mean, I think most teams know that now.
Yeah, for sure.
And as much as MFL is a chill league and fun and all that, it's even better in the summer with the outdoors, like we said. So
Yeah, of course.
for those teams that are thinking about coming back, you better come back. Yeah, you got to experience the summer MFL.
I'm telling you, my first season was the outdoor. I think if it was my first season was winter, I would have been like, not sure I want to come back. But being my first season was in spring, you got to. It's just different. It's different. It's outside. People are watching, walking their dogs, petting their cats, little kids on the swings. It's just it's a good vibe. It's a really good vibe. And they got the MFL Junior, right? Like next door.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. If you guys have kids or know of kids that want to get involved or play.
Younger brothers,
this
sisters.
Summer, we have our youth league going on again this summer. The details aren't quite finalized yet. So it's right to the league or right to me. Let us know.
Yep.
And we'll set it up for you.
Let's go.
New rule we had in place this winter season that we were testing.
Mm-hmm.
The onside attempt.
Onside kick. Onside attempt. Good call.
Yeah. I wrote it, so...
you did write it? Okay.
Yeah, with John in the competition committee, we got it all finalized.
Okay. As long as Kevin didn't do the writing, okay. That should be good.
Of course not. So we want to know what you guys think about it. We'll let you know what we think about it, but it's important to know because right now it's not a given it's going to come back in the summer.
Okay.
We're evaluating it.
Yeah.
But I want to know if you guys appreciate it, if you guys liked it, didn't like it, if it was too hard, too easy. Let us know what you guys thought.
And may come back and may tweak some rules. Eh?
Exactly.
Okay.
So what did you think about it?
I like it. I like the way it's done. And I have to say, not just saying it to say it, but I'm not really sure I would change anything about it. I like the fact that if you get the onside kick, the ball goes back to the 5. And I know that may seem a little bit strange, but you're gaining a possession, right? So I don't think if you score a touch on the drive, on the play, or you get past midfield, you get like to the other team's 5-yard line, I don't think that's necessarily fair because the thing is just like having the ball back is the most important. Exactly. So I think stealing a possession that way and scoring for a touchdown, I'm not sure that makes all that much sense. But the rule is now you have to be losing.
You have to be losing and it has to be in the second half.
Yeah.
What do you think about those parts?
I don't mind the losing part, but I don't think it would have to be. I think you could do it in the first half. That's maybe the one thing I would change. I don't think it matters what half it's in. If you up 6-0, let's say you're down and you want to come back into the game right before the half, you want to double dip, something like that, I don't mind doing it then. I get like you don't want teams that are up by a lot to build a lead, so you want the team to be losing, but for me, do it in the first half if you're down by 1 or it's tied even. I have no problem with that. That's probably the one thing I'd change. Okay,
well, to that point, we wanted, like, I think the mindset was that it's in desperation mode, right?
Right.
So, like, chances are if you're down 1 point or 6 points, it's too high of a risk for the reward to use it in the first half. And we didn't want teams that are winning to use it, right? Like, we don't want it to be used.
I get that.
Because, like, in real life, in the NFL, we base ourselves off that. You have seen an onside kick, like we even saw one in the Super Bowl. They started the half with an onside kick, right?
Saints.
But it's rare that happens, right? Like it's rare, and like to your point, I agree. Not being able to score an onside kick, you guys view it as a kind of like a convert, a play that doesn't count part of the game. Mm-hmm. Yet the backlash of that we already spoke about off air is that it shouldn't count as a play in the last 5 plays.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yes.
That's what makes more sense.
Yes.
But given the time constraints and the fact that they close the lights at a certain time in the dome, we have no choice. But in a perfect world, it would not count as a play.
And the time does run.
Unfortunately, it runs the whole time indoors. But that's something that if we take it outdoors with our time restraints and our field conditions outdoors, it won't count as a play if it's done on there's no 5 plays, but if it would be done on that last untimed play, it would not count as a play. It would be like a convert.
Yeah.
And
time would stop.
Time would obviously be stopped because you need a timeout to execute it.
Okay. I think like the ideal world would be to have it outdoors. And
another rule change that would happen if it's outdoors is that right now to save time, if you go onside kick, you just flip the field, right? But outdoors, choosing a side is important.
Right.
So we would not flip the field, but we'd have the time to walk all the way down the other field, attempt the onside kick.
Got you.
And go for it.
Got you. I think that having timeout is good because, like you said, number one, it stops time.
Real timeouts in the summer.
Exactly, yeah. Real timeouts. Tell me about it. Not counting as a play is huge, but I guess it makes less of a difference when you're outdoors because there's no 5 plays. But yeah, I'd say the only thing I would change, Terry, is that if it's done in the first half, it's done in the first half. You want to be aggressive, I don't mind it.
Just another question before we turn the page on that. I don't know if you want to say anything else, but one interesting rule that I was hesitating when we put it in. I don't think it's happened much, but you know how like when you go for a touchdown, if you score but you get an offensive penalty, you have the chance to repeat. Unless it's like, I think, OPI, that's a loss of down.
Right.
Besides loss of down penalty, like a offensive forward pass, illegal run, all those loss of down penalties, let's say like rush interference. You score a touchdown, rush interference happens. you get a chance to rescore your touchdown 5 yards back. The down is repeated.
Right.
You don't lose the possibility.
Right.
Same thing on a convert.
Correct.
Right? Or any other situation.
Correct.
On an onside kick, any offensive penalty once the ball is snapped. So we're excluding pre-snap penalties.
Got you.
So once any offensive penalty once the ball is snapped.
Rusher interference,
Rusher
OPI.
interference. Well, OPI obviously, but I'm saying like, let's say like, I don't have any other one that comes on top of my head, but like illegal unnecessary contact or what'd you say?
Offside. That'd be during the snap, eh?
Yeah, no, offside would be during the play, so it wouldn't kill the play. So let's say rush interference for the sake of the example.
Yeah.
You're going onside kick, you get it. Rush interference happens. Your attempt fails. You don't get a redo.
Okay.
We want to be stricter on it because of the fact that it's an onside attempt, and even on a touchdown or convert, it's not the case. And I know you're a little more pro offense, so what are your thoughts on that?
I disagree with that.
So you think that you should still get a chance to retry it?
Correct. Especially because how big the play is. I think the fact that it's an onside kick and the magnitude is bigger and it changes the game, to not have a try, you would really need like a quote unquote big penalty to take it. Like OPI, I get it, comes back. Like major penalties, I get it. Before the snap, you just take it a little bit. I guess like a false start, you would take it half distance to the goal, right? But no, I think a rush interference, you would obviously be penalized by going backwards, but redoing it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think that's harsh, because number one, you're saving that onside kick. Right, you can only do it once a game, so it's like it's gold, it's valuable. And I think for a non-major like a rush interference, I'm definitely pro offense.
Yeah,
no, I think you should really
I saw both ways. It's just that I figured that like it's more strict, it's more like luxurious, if you will. It's more like you gotta be on your best behavior. If you commit a penalty before, already the time is stopped. Already we're like quote unquote like wasting time.
Right,
we're doing this. We're not gonna do it 2-3 back and forth times, you know. So like, you got to get it done legally and in a timely manner, right? So like,
yeah. So you think like you like the way it is now?
I like the way it is now, but I'm open to listening to what others think.
Would you you wouldn't change the fact that you need a timeout?
No, I think that's important.
And you wouldn't change the fact that you have to be losing?
The losing or being tied, I maybe.
Like, for me, if there's two things I'd change. One of them for sure I know I'd change is doing it in the first half. Yeah. And, well, I mean, there's the penalty pre-snap redoing it, but I get you don't want to have teams that
are taking advantage of it, right?
Yeah, but like, if you're an aggressive team and you want to be up 12-0 before they touch the ball, I'm okay with that too. But
that's not the reason why we brought the onside kick, so I'm not okay with it, because we decided to bring this in because of the fact that we wanted teams to have a chance to come back. That it wasn't to make teams double up their lead before they can touch the ball. So I'm okay excluding that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I think we spoke about it enough.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm curious. But I think it'd be really cool to have it in the spring because you see more benefits from it.
More benefits?
Like the time would be stopped, it wouldn't count as a play.
Yeah. Like, the whole point of it is to make games closer.
Yeah.
And to give teams that were out a chance. That's the whole point of it, right? So, let's start with Division 3.
Haven't talked football in a while.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. So, we got Division 3, we got 4 teams, right? Semi-final.
Yep.
And we got an interesting matchup between, I guess I'll go against what I said, Terry. And let's go talk about Tropic Thunder's Grizzlies first.
Sure, but before talking about that, we know most people here watch this for their individual stats and talking about individual players. Not many care about the team and saying like the team name. They want to hear their own name.
That's a bonus.
So let's go quickly through the stats and like shout out a couple of people who had great seasons, right? But starting with Grizzlies, there's this guy Jesse Hackman. I don't know if you've seen him play.
Name rings a bell.
I think he won Player of the Week back-to-back weeks early on in the season.
Okay.
He finally took over as the full-time quarterback for this team.
Not an easy job to do mid-season.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like week 2 or 3. But even before that, he was playing quarterback and not playing quarterback. Like,
okay,
I think there was a week or 2 where he had 4 different touchdowns. He had a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game.
Basically Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
But probably a better thrower because he's completing over 60% of his passes.
Yeah, sounds better.
He finished season with 29 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Added 4 touchdowns on the ground. 8 picks. Returning 1 for 6.
Damn.
3 receiving touchdowns as well, with over 150 yards on the season as a receiver.
I'm calling him Taysom.
So like looking at the quarterbacks that ended the season, it was him and Eduardo from Tropic Thunder,
right?
1 and 2 by a long margin. It was literally like 1A, 1B,
and they're playing against each other.
So like 1,252 yards, 1,244 yards, 29 touchdowns, 28 touchdowns. 60% completion percentage, 54% completion percentage. One got sacked 5 times, the other one 6 times. Jesse did have a lot less interceptions. He threw only 11, whereas Eduardo threw 25. But I believe it was the first time Eduardo was playing the position of quarterback.
Okay.
At least in an organized league.
Yeah.
And finishing like 1A, 1B, and all those other metrics.
It's impressive.
It's pretty impressive, especially coming from a free agent team with a bunch of guys who he didn't know before the season.
Free agent squad
began, right? Led by our man Stu.
Oh,
I remember a little bit of go back. Tropic Thunder lost their first game.
Yeah.
They played against Cyclones, who are now in D2.
Yep.
They kind of got crushed, 26-0.
Okay, that's a crush.
Speaking to Stu after, he's like, this team got a lot of potential. They're really good.
Stu said that.
Yeah, he's like, I hope they don't get discouraged. We didn't score any points. I'm like, you guys probably played against like the best team in the division week 1, right? And you're probably unfortunately the least organized team because of the fact that you guys didn't even know what each other looked like a week ago, right?
You're on my team, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And one of them probably mistaken them for that and all that. So
for sure.
To see this team finish where they finished and finish strong like that, it's great for the league. That's why we always encourage new players, any skill level, to join. You'll for sure have fun.
Come on in.
So this is a great matchup.
It is.
Let's give our receivers some love. I don't know if you heard of Connor from the Iron Wolves. Played in the youth league this summer.
Really?
He led the league in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
Young buck.
Yep.
Let's go.
Last receiver to do that was your boy Cooper Cup.
Nice.
It's rare that you're like good receiver to the point where you're leading in every statistical category,
seriously.
right? Usually if you have a lot of yards, you might have less receptions, and then might be another red zone target.
And coming from the youth league too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was on a team with him and John combined for 20 touchdowns. And it's not that he had 19, John had 1.
Yeah.
He had 11, John had 9.
Oh my God.
And unfortunately, Iron Wolves are missing the playoffs this year.
That's surprising.
John was a huge target for that team.
Yeah, I looked at it, like he was getting like a good amount of catches a game too.
So shout out to our boy Connor.
Good stuff, man. Keep it up. Keep
maybe
on.
he's too good to play in the youth league this summer. Maybe he should get promoted to the adults or do both.
I hear
Take advantage of it, right?
Arnold's D1 are looking for some talent.
Defensively,
You like the defense, eh?
well, I started with offense. I've been talking about it for
that
like
is
5
true.
minutes.
That is true. No, I know
defense.
you're listening to get over to the defensive side.
Guess who led the league in interceptions?
Not Connor.
No.
Not John.
No.
Is he an Iron Wolf?
No. It's our boy Jesse, the quarterback for the Grizzlies.
No way.
He had 8 on the year. Followed very closely by three players at 6. Galdrick, our boy.
Okay.
Marcus from Dunans and Brody Vanco, who plays on Tropic Thunder.
Right.
So this is going to be a statistical battle of
This
Tropic Thunder versus Grizzlies. And obviously, got to give our rusher some love, right?
Well, you do.
I am rusher myself. So Benoit Dumas from Blue Badgers, 18 sacks in 9 games. A good average of 2 sacks per game.
I was going to say, I'm no mathematician, but that's 2 a game.
Has 11 more than the second place guy.
Stop.
So, Benny boy, you're doing something right. Keep rushing those.
Safe to say, if there's a rush of the year, it's going to him.
Yep. We'll find out.
Enough.
But shout out to Kat.
Yeah.
Led the league in safeties too.
Let's go.
In just 7 games.
Damn.
And we'll shout out her donuts.
Oh yeah, trust.
If you guys haven't heard of La Beignerie on Saint Denis, Google it. Go try one.
Terry goes to like once every 2 months.
Okay. Yeah, what I was going to say once every like 2 days.
Not well.
Yeah, once every 2 months is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I get a couple of boxes there. It's good for like family events when you go somewhere and you know what to bring if you're when you bring out the bottle of wine.
True. And somebody's cat brings them to the field, right? The outdoors.
Yeah. They're literally delicious. And they're 100% vegan. But you wouldn't know.
They're vegan? What do you mean they're vegan?
You didn't eat vegan, right?
No.
Like your aunt, like you wouldn't eat vegan?
They're actually vegan.
Yes. 100%.
John pushed for that, eh?
I think...
I
don't know if John was vegan before Cat or if... I don't know what the order was.
Damn.
But yeah. You would never know.
I would not know.
They taste so delicious.
Wow. Alrighty.
Let's get covering the games now.
Yeah, let's go.
Unless you have something to say.
They're pretty good for vegan donuts. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Grizzlies against Tropic Thunder. We talked about it off air. They played each other twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
Both games an 8-point victory by different sides. So we have the same amount of points for and points against by both teams. But what intrigues me about this, Terry, you know how much I love my offense. The first time they played, Tropic Thunder won 38-30. The second time they played, the Grizzlies won 42-34. So talk about shootouts. What's the point spread in this game? The over-under. The over-under in this game.
52.5.
I'm taking way over. I would going to go like 65.5.
All right, let's see. I'm going to take notes.
Yes, over-under 65.5. I'm taking the over in this one.
D3, Grizzlies, Tropic Thunder. I say 52.5. Do you agree 52.5 is a good over-under? No. What would you say?
65.5.
Okay, so you think it'll be 66 plus points?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say 52.5. I'll take the over, but less than 60.
Okay. I'm definitely taking the over 60 points.
And you're saying over 65.5.
Yep.
Okay. Don't forget it's winter and the time doesn't stop, right?
That is true, but if I'm not mistaken, these games were also played in the winter.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. Thank you. So we had 2 high-scoring games in that one. I didn't check the individual stats in that one, but I assume we had a great QB battle. Did you see any of these first 2 games?
I did not see any of them.
Okay.
But one thing that I see right away when looking at the Grizzlies' schedule is that they're on a 6-game winning streak to close out the year.
Coming in hot.
Including beating Tropic Thunder within those 6 games. And they only have 2 losses in the season.
Damn.
One to the Cyclones, who are not in the division anymore, and that loss still was accounted for.
Right.
And the other one coming against Tropic Thunder.
Wow. Impressive. Keys to the game. I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't give up 40 points. I think it's as simple as that. I don't know if... I'm checking the stats when they played each other early in the year. We had Grizzlies have 3 different quarterbacks playing the game. Like we talked about, right? They were kind of like
I don't think they were set on
shifting.
Jesse yet because
right.
He did everything everywhere. So
yeah, so I think that could be a bit less of a question mark there. So I guess keys to victory. I'll go for Tropic Thunder in this one. Something I say often, but I think building a lead early, Grizzlies don't seem like a team that you want it to be in a shootout with.
You got to be winning to win the game.
That is true, too. Yeah. Most of the time, you have to score more points. So I'm going to say for Tropic Thunder, go out, guns a-blazing, got to score the first 2 TDs and make a statement early.
I don't think it's as much about the scoring that we think, especially in this division. I think it's more about playing defense. And, I don't believe in the cliche defense wins championships, and even less so in flag football.
Yeah.
But when you look at the individual stats of the quarterback battle, which is probably the 2 best quarterbacks of this division, the one time when Tropic Thunder won, Eduardo threw no interceptions to a total combined 4 for Grizzlies amongst the 3 quarterbacks.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
That's going to win you a game if the turnover is 4-0, right?
100%.
The next time they played, Eduardo threw 3. Jesse threw 2, but he won the turnover battle. They won by 8 points, right? So it's really going to be key. The quarterback who throws the least picks, and I'm not making a bold prediction here. It's usually what happens in playoff games.
Yeah.
If you throw the fewer interceptions, you have a much greater chance to win the game.
Usually if you go outside butt naked in the wintertime, you're cold.
It depends who. I'm sure Kevin isn't cold in the winter.
Yeah. Good point. Especially with that beard.
You did trim it down, eh?
Before it was covering his it was so long. Yeah,
so, I know you want to be the hero. I know you want to go long. I know it's so much more fun and exciting to that deep ball.
Throw the damn deep ball.
But you could win a championship throwing a ball further than 5 yards.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
Focus on ball protection. It's so important.
It is. You have the ball, usually win games. Are we doing predictions with score or just predictions?
I say we just do predictions and we do this. Keep the score for the finals.
Finals, I like it.
Make it more emphasis on it.
You want to know who I'm going with this one?
The Grizzlies.
Give me the Grizz. Go Stu. You got this.
Wait, Stu's on Tropic Thunder.
What do you mean he's on Tropic Thunder? What?
Okay, so your whole analysis and credibility now goes to...
Wait, Stu's on Tropic Thunder?
Yes, Stu's the captain of Tropic Thunder, the free agent team that we were talking about.
Ask me for my pick. Grizzlies still win anyway. Stu, you're not winning.
Stu.
Did
you know what the hell you were saying since the beginning of this?
I may...
Do we gotta restart the show?
Are you sure you didn't tell me it was with Grizzlies?
No, I for sure did not say that.
I think you did. Anyways, I'm going with Grizzlies. Final answer. Stu, sorry. Not for you.
So you weren't going for Stu. You're going for the team that you thought Stu was on.
No. I thought Grizzlies were going to win no matter what the case was.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
It wasn't because of Stu.
No, it wasn't because of Stu,
Okay.
even though I love Stu.
Yeah, no, Stu had a huge game. I refed his last game against Cobra Kai. He was a big part of that team. 5 catches, 26 yards, a touchdown. Connor Martin on Tropic Thunder is a baller. I didn't mention his name yet.
Yeah.
But he is a baller. He was catching like everything that was thrown to him. Pass that you thought would go.
Right?
Yes, Stu's a Tropic Thunder. He's not going to change teams right now.
Hey, you never know.
Man, I have not seen Grizzlies play, so it's hard to pick in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Tropic Thunder play. I've seen it come a long way. I
Keep bringing up buying a house, you make that pick, bro.
They did not inspire confidence in their last game of the season. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Grizzlies.
You're being Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Stu's team.
Not Stu's team. So we got a Grizzly sweep.
But I watched Tropic Thunder play, and I truly wish them the best of luck.
Hey, that's nice of you. We think they're going to lose. So I'm sure they're not going to be too happy about that. Next game.
We got Cobra Kai in primetime. Props for Cobra Kai making playoffs.
Yes.
When a team in a, what are we, 9-team division? Yeah, 9-team division. A team averages 13 points a game and finishes 500. You do not think they're making the playoffs.
That is an understatement. That's quite the understatement.
This team needed to win their last game and hope that Blue Badgers lost, and both things happened. And they squeezed in.
Literally.
Like the logo is a snake, so they
slithered in the playoffs.
slithered in the playoffs, just like that.
Nice.
They have really nice jerseys. I've refed them a couple of times this season.
Yep.
They have gotten a lot better from last fall. Remember last fall? I think
they were bad.
They were winless for a very long time. They ended up winning a couple of games at the end of the season, but they were really bad. Now they're good. They got your boy Sammy, who used to be ex-Rudy. He changed his name and number. He's number 10 now. He's not 45, so I guess you don't like them as much.
No, I like him. He's a Rudy guy.
But they got a lot of playmakers on this team.
Yeah, they do.
On offense and on defense. Talking about getting the job done and getting the dub, right?
Yeah.
Like,
doesn't have to be pretty.
That's what they did all season long throughout their victories, right?
Yeah.
Lose big, win small. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
And now they're in the playoffs against arguably the best team in Division 3. We came down from Division 2 earlier, prime time. They're massive underdogs in this game.
Cobra Kai are.
Yes. Yeah. Massive underdogs.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say just go out there and have fun. But as I'm saying the massive underdogs, I truly believe they have a chance to win this game.
Well, they played a while back and they only lost 18-6, right?
Yes.
And like obviously we don't know how that game went. It could have been 18.
Not that while back. Like it was.
Yeah, usually like a week or maybe
2 weeks ago.
There you go. So they hung tough in that game.
Yeah.
So no, I definitely agree with what you're saying. They could come up with a victory. And these guys have energy, right?
Yeah.
Playoff time. You're energetic. You keep it clean, right?
Don't be too aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And
don't trash talk.
No. And that you can use that positive energy to make a huge difference, especially in the playoffs. So
yeah. That running back formation doesn't really work. So
I think that read option, I find it really
it's not
cool.
a read.
It's just like
more like
get open
and like sometimes they just ran and they have a guy in the backfield, so no one's gonna fall for it, you know.
Well, unless he slithers out of the Cobra Kai your way out into the run like a dig route afterwards.
Yeah. So
prime time. Yeah, quickly. I believe the quarterback Jacob Souls played. Jacob Rose.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Souls.
Good thing I have you. Jacob Rose quarterbacked in Brossard, if I'm not mistaken. It'd be nice if you could check that out right now instead of scratching your head. But Jacob Rose, I believe he quarterbacked in Brossard, and the last.
How many seasons ago?
Last time I saw him play, I think he broke his nose.
What team?
Primetime. Either him or his brother. Anyways.
In the spring.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he's a good quarterback.
Jacob Rose.
What?
Jacob Rose.
Yeah.
Who did you say? Souls?
No, Jacob Rose, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a Souls. Jacob Souls rings a bell.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe another MFL player.
Oh, you know, it's...
Is there another league?
Yeah, the Forbidden League. So yes, Jacob Rose is a great player. Last time I saw him, he broke his nose. I hope he's doing better. He's good. I like him. And 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. And I remember seeing his stats that year and was a little bit surprised because I thought he was even better than his stats show. But I like this guy.
When you say that year, you mean
The spring year.
The year the time he broke his nose.
The time he broke his nose. Yeah. Spring. Yeah, but exactly. It was springtime. I believe last time I saw him. But yeah, he's good. He's good. He's better than his quarterback rating shows here. Yeah, and smart QB. I like him.
That's hilarious. The Jacob Souls that plays in the other league. He also plays for Primetime. A team called Primetime.
Come on, Terry.
Yeah. He's the quarterback of the team who played in the finals.
And his name is Jacob Souls.
Yes. Who plays for Primetime.
Okay, bro, you guys are doing some weird
We're not making
stuff over
this
here, bro.
stuff up.
This is what happens when you don't plan your show. It works out better.
We actually planned more than we planned all of last fall season.
Touche.
Because we didn't know a lot.
I even forgot we did the show last fall. But yes, all I have to say, Mr. Rose is a good quarterback, and I like him.
Yeah, Primetime got a lot of ballers on this team. Shamar Parkinson doesn't have the stats he had in previous seasons, but they got him. They got Joshua. They got Tyler. It's going to be a really hard team to beat in all the playoffs.
It will be. And as much as I'd like to see the upset because I'm an underdog type guy, I'm going to go with Primetime in this one.
Yeah, same.
So, all right, so we got a Primetime Grizzlies final.
Yep, and I don't think
without Stu.
I don't think they played against each other. They did not.
Oh, we're doing our finals pick right now.
Yeah. So the disadvantage for Primetime coming to the playoffs is once they came down to the division, the only playoff team they played against was Cobra Kai.
Okay. So
who was arguably the weakest team. They did not play Tropic Thunder. They did not play Grizzlies. So coming to this final, who do you got?
I'm going to go 26-24.
26-24.
For my boy Rose. Primetime.
Primetime?
Primetime, 26-24. I think it'll be a close game. I'm interested to see how... You said these teams haven't played against each other, right?
Yeah.
So I could see it being a bit of a slowish start for both teams trying to feel each other out. But I think after that, both offenses get it rolling. And yeah, I think we've talked about Primetime being, the better team consistently at the end of the season. I think Primetime does the job and squeaks by with a victory over Grizzlies, 26-24.
I got my score. I got my winner.
Okay.
I'm going 32-30 Grizzlies.
Damn. Respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. Usually you're quite conservative.
What makes it not conservative? Because it's a high-scoring game?
No, because Grizzlies are going to win.
Oh, you think they're big underdogs coming into this game?
Well, I think Primetime's favored. If you go into this game, I say Primetime's like 6.5 point favorites.
6.5?
Yeah. Bro, I like me like a meaty, bro. They're Primetime, they haven't lost since the new division. You're right, they haven't played
they're averaging 25,
like
giving up 12. So let's say on average 25 to 12 are their victories.
Yeah, 6.5.
Grizzlies are scoring 34 points a game.
That's true. That is true. No, I wouldn't be shocked to see Grizzlies win, but I think...
Yeah, I think it's going to be offense against defense in this game.
And what time would that game be at?
The finals. D3 finals are at the end of the day, at the same time as the D2 finals.
Which is at 10 or 9?
10.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have anything special for the finals, or...?
What do you mean by special?
Maybe I'll record a little.
Do anything special during finals?
Touche. Maybe I'll record a little, right?
We're going to do a road trip for the first time?
Yeah, good call. Getting ahead of myself here.
Maybe in a couple of seasons.
Well said.
All right, is that it for Division 3?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, and who's your MVP?
In the game?
Yeah. I got Jesse. I think that was a little easy. I didn't see what you did.
It's a Rose.
Oh, it's on a soul?
No. How would you do a soul? No, I'm going Rose.
Just show your foot like a soul. What? Soles and shoes?
Oh, I thought you meant like soul, like the fish.
A flat soul.
Or like Aretha Franklin, she got soul.
Yeah. Division 2.
Div 2.
A little more interesting. We got 6 teams making the playoffs.
Nice. So if you didn't make the playoffs, no, that's not true.
Well, there were 11 teams in all.
I kid.
We'd like to thank everyone for being a part of the season.
Preach.
Let's give a little props to some statistical ballers.
Okay.
Starting with the quarterbacks. Okay, do you know any other players who played in this division?
Yes.
You know a few of the quarterbacks, right?
Yes.
Take a guess who led the league in yards.
Is this a guy I know?
Yes.
In Div 2?
Yes.
Kevin.
Nope. He also plays Div 1.
Eli.
Nope.
Wait, receiving or passing?
Passing. You're on the right track. That's what you're guessing.
Pio? No, he doesn't play Div 2. Not Buck.
No, he plays Div 1.
His team didn't make the playoffs in Div 1.
This team did not make the playoffs oh, yeah. Wait. Buck?
Buck.
Jared Buck.
Yeah?
Plays for A-side.
Yeah?
They made the playoffs.
No. That's what I'm asking. So the team that... This quarterback did not make the playoffs in Div 1.
He didn't make them in Div 1.
Did not.
He did, but he's not throwing in Div 1. He also plays Div 1, but he doesn't throw in Div 1.
Okay, well, you completely threw me a curveball.
I said he plays Div 1. I didn't say he quarterbacks Div 1.
Not Chris.
No. Okay, you want another hint?
Yeah.
Their team name is similar for D1 and D2.
Oh, Pimpe Udipus. I know Udipus?
Yeah. Who's their quarterback?
Shoot. Is it? It's not Eric Shishish yet, is it? No, he's the receiver. Edwards? No, not Edwards. Justin.
Oh my God, you're
Jason.
really failing at this horribly, man.
Bro, you threw me under the bus, bro. You knew I was gonna...
Hey, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. We started giving him a lot of praise.
Brisson?
Yes.
Got it.
David Brisson led Division 2 in passing yards.
Got it.
Finished second in touchdowns. Our boy Charlie from Mean Machine led the league in touchdowns, passing touchdowns in Division 2. It's crazy. He led the league in touchdowns, and he threw for 43% completion percentage.
That's puzzling. Wait, did you know Idipins make the playoffs?
No.
And he threw for the most touchdowns in the league.
They lost their last 3 games to not make the playoffs by 1 game. But David Brisson was not going to be there for the playoffs, so maybe it was all planned.
Damn.
Your boy Eric, who I'll let you pronounce last name again.
Shit.
Yeah. Led the league in receiving yards, almost totaling 600 yards in 10 games.
Bro, after I played a Master Chiefs game and then I watched them play, and like every time I would turn, he was like receiving the ball, like literally.
Yeah.
I saw 6 plays and he had like 6 catches.
Alex, who you also, I'll let you pronounce his last name, from Cyclones. Your boy Alex, that has a lot of Z's and S's in his last name.
Zalitsky.
Yeah.
I just know about Zalitsky. That's
he led the league in touchdowns with 11 in only 6 games.
almost 2 a game.
Yeah. Eric also led the league in receptions, followed by our boy Rob White very closely.
Damn. Fine wine, baby. Fine wine.
Oh, I didn't ask you who led the league in interceptions.
Like, on the defensive side of the ball.
No.
Not throwing
passing,
picks.
Yeah.
Like throwing picks? Bro,
Yes.
why do you want to shut that person out? That's so mean.
If you had to guess, who would it be?
Kevin. It's Kevin, eh?
It's not Kevin. It's another Kevin.
What?
It's Kevin Teo from Etripnosis Laginosis. You didn't see this team name?
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that a cactus football?
Yeah. It was a trick question because Kevin did lead the league in interceptions, but it wasn't the Kevin you thought.
So he threw the most picks.
Kevin Cousset threw the 3rd most picks. And on defense...
Who got the most picks?
Yeah.
On defense?
Yeah.
Do I know him?
No.
I'm going to go with Jeff Brown.
Gabriel Garrett
Okay.
from City Boys.
GG.
Yeah. Ryan McSweeney was second with 6, tied with Avery
Nice.
with 6 as well. And hope I pronounced this right. Jungso Lee.
Wait, look at me like I'm a translator.
Yes, you are. You're the one that's killing all the pronunciations. Go with this one.
Jung Soo Lee. Close,
Soo.
close.
Oh, like Young Wei Koo. Like the kicker for the Falcons.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pronounced different than you would think.
Yeah, exactly. It's like knife. There's a K in knife, but you don't pronounce the K.
He had 8 sacks in the year.
Damn.
Ben Lipitzy, our boy, 7 sacks.
Nice.
Second. Let's see, anything
And
else?
Ben, they didn't make the playoffs. ATDs?
Sorry?
They make the playoffs?
No, they had a horrible season.
Oh, okay.
I think they would have been my preseason favorites to win it all with the squad they had.
Damn.
They didn't make the playoffs.
But Valakia had a good last game, eh?
Oh my God, he balled out. Yeah.
Damn.
Like, how do you play like that and lose the game?
He lost?
Yes, they lost in overtime, 41-40. He went 20 for 25. Jamal had 10 completions and he won the game. Half of them went for touchdowns.
You know what
Apparently,
you call that?
Valiquette told me after the game he's very elusive.
Valiquette's elusive?
No, Valiquette told me after the game that Jamil's very
Oh,
elusive.
yeah, true. I thought you said Valiquette was elusive.
What do we call that?
Call what?
I said he had 10.
Oh, efficient.
Yeah, efficient. Well, yeah. Depends how you're looking at it, right?
Yeah, look at it the proper way.
All right, so...
Can we preview a game here? Or?
Yeah, who do you want to start with? Phoenix Blizzard?
Yes.
Rematch of last week where Phoenix surprisingly won that game 26-12.
Literally last week.
I say surprisingly because coming into the game, Kevin had 16 interceptions. Your boy,
Eli? Yeah.
I know another Eli that he pronounces it Ellie.
Well, this one doesn't, so it's irrelevant.
Well, that's what I was asking. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
So Eli, like the great Eli Manning,
Yeah.
had only thrown 4. Kevin had literally 4 times the amount of interceptions that Eli had coming to this game.
Yeah.
Kevin threw a grand total of 0 and won this game 26-12. So to further my point I was saying earlier, don't throw interceptions and you have a great chance to win the game. Not only not throwing interceptions, his defense played really well, limiting Blizzard to 12 points. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be key in this game again. To Kevin's point, he has been cutting down, I think, on the interceptions towards the end of the season.
Praise the Lord.
He couldn't really have gotten worse, eh? But his team is stacked. Rob Wood going 11 for 78 in this game with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
they got Ben, Avery, another Ben.
We were talking about that in the pregame. I said, man, the team is stacked.
Yeah. Well, like, so our Blizzard, right, was Victor, Sydney, Aaron, your boy Mike Jazz.
Yeah.
His brother, Aaron's brother Jacob.
Yep.
Tyler. I don't know if Tyler started rushing.
It's a lot of MFL veterans. Yeah. It's a lot of veterans in this one.
Yeah, indeed.
That helps.
Who you got in this game?
I want to go one way, but I won't. I'm going with Phoenix.
Yeah, they usually win a game before losing, right?
Yeah.
In the playoffs?
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah. I'm going to go Phoenix. Like, the experience is just there, right?
Yeah.
Like, Kevin is going to be ready for that first game.
Yeah. With his yellow, green, pink socks.
Bandana.
I went with Kevin in this one. I think it's going to be a game that goes to OT, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if it does go in OT, Kevin ain't winning that one because he got 2 OT losses on the season, I believe.
There's a first for everything.
I think. Let me see.
Cool, they just played.
No, just 1 OT loss, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with... that's the first, right? The first of the...
yeah, we got 2 quarterfinals.
2 quarterfinals. Okay, next one is a rematch of a crazy game, right? I think that one finished 41-40. Bandit Serial Killers. Was it
33-30.
It's close.
5... I don't know if you know exactly how close it was. The score when 5 plays was whistled in was 27-24.
So 2 touchdowns, last 5 plays.
And don't forget, converts count as plays in the in the NFL.
What an exciting finish.
So it was literally touchdown.
Wow.
It was 27-24, and the game ended 33-30.
Holy cow.
For Bandits. Last play of the game was a 45 bomb.
Last play of the game?
The last play of the game was a 45 bomb.
They won by Hail Mary.
Yeah, exactly. So let's hope no suspensions in this game.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's well. You got to assume, like, in all seriousness, both teams are going to come into this game. Obviously, A, really wanting to win, which is understandable, and B, really, really wanting to win because of what happened the last time they played.
Yeah.
So keep it cool. Like, it's playoffs. There's going to be intensity. There's maybe be a little bit of back and forth, but keep it clean. We're going to have our great refs in that game. I believe. I don't know who's reffing, but if you need help,
John will be reffing that game.
Okay, I could ref with you, John, in case you need the extra backup. But keep it clean. I'm excited for this game. And what time is the game at?
I'm not sure. I think it's
7.
The same time as the D1 final, so 7, yeah.
D1 finals, okay.
So this game ended 31-30. If I tell
33-30, yeah.
Sorry, 33-30. So it was 63 total points. Let's say, hindsight, in that game, the over-under would have been in the high 50s then. Obviously, 63 points is going to go over, right? So what would you say the over-under would have been in that game? Maybe if I would have said 57.5.
But we're taking the under.
Okay, but if I say 57.5 is the over-under now, what do you
I would
think?
take the under.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though 63 points
yes.
scored?
Yes, I don't think it's going to be that high scoring.
Why is that?
I could see both teams coming out, I don't want to say sluggish, but maybe a tad bit more conservative just to start the game. It's a playoff game. Obviously, I would say they know each other's tendencies because they played against each other. I don't know. I just think usually when you play against each other, you get to kind of know the offense in certain plays that where they won't be there. Yeah. Like, I don't expect the deep ball to be there game
they
1.
They play each other once,
2.
not 10 times, eh?
Touche. No, I think, like, if I had to pick the total points in this game, I'm going to go 55.
So it's not that much under.
No, not much under.
It's crazy how these two teams have completely different offenses.
Yeah.
Bandits are like score fast, like on deep balls, not really marching on the field, not that many completions in the game, but a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
And serial killers are more like they don't score that many points. They average 19 on the season.
Nickel and dime.
But yeah, it's kind of like couple of runs here, little slants, a
Yeah.
couple of plays. Sometimes they try the deep ball. They do have a lot of speedsters on that team, a lot of bigger receivers as well. So it's going to be fun to see how these two teams' offenses battle it out.
Touche.
Who do you got in this game?
I was going back and forth. You know the old saying, it's tough to beat a team twice?
No, it's tough to beat a team 3 times.
Well, I don't know where you get your sources from, but my say
It's
tough to beat a team
usually
twice.
you played the team in your division twice, and then say it's hard to beat them the 3rd time in the playoffs.
Well, I think you're mistaken. So for that reason, I'm going serial killers.
Really?
Yep.
I was going serial killers as well, and I'm making a deal with myself to not ever pick them again if they disappoint me this time.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty confident in them that they're going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that it feels like deja vu. I've had confidence in them, picking them in the past, in the summer,
Yeah.
and they just disappointed. Don't disappoint me this time.
No. It's like a bowl of cereal. You're excited to eat, but it's stale.
Yeah, well, I throw it out before it gets stale usually.
I wish we did that too.
Times are hard, my friend. Times are hard.
So that makes for a serial killers Phoenix final.
No, we got 2 teams that have bye that are just going to
That
not
is
sit out and
true.
relax.
That is completely true. Completely forget what I said. So you know,
You should have prepared a little
So
more
this-
for this show.
so the standings aren't
Pop
updated.
quiz. Who's what team is Stu on?
Stu is on not the Grizzlies.
The standings
What team is that? Trouble Thunder.
are updated for the 1 and 2 seed. The
Okay,
unit
got you,
schedule is
got
not
you.
updated because we don't know who the matchup's going to be, right?
Okay, so Mean Machine would play.
So, I believe Mean Machine will play Phoenix in that case.
Okay,
Let me just check quick. Serial killers. Yeah, Mean Machine would play Phoenix in that case.
okay,
So we'd have a Mean Machine Phoenix. We didn't really talk about Mean Machine all that much.
yeah,
Let's give a shout out to our boy Charlie organizing a fundraiser for I think the Montreal Children's Hospital.
Oh, damn,
on
nice.
April 1st at the Complex Bell in Brossard.
that's awesome.
If you didn't hear about it, the league page already posted about it. If you're interested in joining, still looking for teams, I believe it's $200 something. I think $250. You get minimum 2 games. It's gonna be fun. It's for a good cause. He's doing it for a school project.
That's amazing.
So let's help encourage him. Refs, I already sent out an email, but if you're interested in volunteering to help out that night, let me know or I'll get you in contact with Charlie. Yeah, it's going to be a cool event.
I really, really want to make it. It's my grandmother's birthday then, but I'll see if I can slither out of the house for a few hours.
Priorities. Why don't you take her?
Nana G?
Yeah.
It's true. She likes flag. She's more of a basketball girl, but
Okay.
I can make it work.
So yeah, Mean Machine,
Like in cereal?
Phoenix, I think.
You think? Okay. Well, Phoenix doesn't. I mean, Kevin doesn't win back-to-back games usually.
Oh, sometimes he disappoints in the finals only, right?
That is true. You know what? I think I'd go with Phoenix making it to the finals.
Let me just confirm that's the matchup that's going to be.
And if so, were their
Yeah,
previous...
Mean Machine will be Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, I think their previous game came down to the wire too. Either that's the game that they went into overtime. Yeah, Mean Machine and Phoenix went into overtime.
That was the one loss in OT. for
Yeah,
Kevin.
that was the one that Kevin was down 6 points. Well, actually, this game was tied 20-20. 5 plays left. Mean Machine take the lead.
Yeah.
A couple of plays left. Kevin ties it up,
Wow.
and then they lose in overtime.
I think it'll be a close game this time, but I'm going with Phoenix. Give me Kevin and the boys to make it to the finals.
Mean Machine are really good. I reffed their game last week, and they're really good. Like, it looked a little easy for them.
saw
And they're
if they-
playing against like a good Cyclones team, right?
You're athletic, eh?
And they're missing a few players too. Oh boy, I could really see this go both ways, but I'm gonna go Mean Machine this one.
Okay.
And on the other hand, we got City Boys against Serial Killers.
Yeah.
Battle of the Young Guns.
Mm.
Both pretty junior teams.
Yep. Love to see that.
We got Diego for City Boys, who's a great dual threat quarterback, becoming a better and better passer. 24 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, throwing for over 1,000 yards this season. Also rushing for almost 300 yards.
Damn.
I reffed their matchup earlier this season.
Yeah.
You knew that?
No. You mean saying continue?
City Boys against Serial Killers.
Mm-hmm.
It was an 18-16 final.
Okay. That's a rare score.
Yeah, I think there was a safety in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, Diego got safety in the game.
Who won?
City Boys won 18-16.
Okay.
It was a very slow-paced game.
Okay.
Diego threw for 79 yards.
Wow.
He rushed for another 28. George quarterbacking the Serial killers threw for 132. A couple of turnovers in this game. I'd say both teams will need to get their stuff cleaned up.
Yeah, limit turnovers.
I don't think serial killers had much of an answer for Diego scrambling and buying time, and that's what kind of like hurt them ultimately. They did have I forgot his name.
Rushing?
Muhammadu Conte rushing for them. He's the one that got the safety.
Okay.
And Samar came up big with a big pick at a big time.
He's good.
Diego also got a pick of his own on defense for City Boys.
Talk about two-way player.
I don't know who I'm going with this one. You choose first.
What did I just say before?
You said a lot of things that didn't make sense.
The one thing I said that made sense, it's tough to beat a team twice. Give me cereal.
But you know that saying's actually it's tough to beat a team 3 times, right?
There's a saying here, there's a saying there, there's tomato, there's tomato.
Okay, so you got
Serial killers
and
Phoenix. I told you I was going to get that damn final.
What?
Because it said serial killers and Phoenix in the final. You think me like I was.
So you're doing it on purpose?
No, I think it's going to happen.
I got Mean Machine. Who did I say was? City Boys.
City Boys over serial killers?
Yeah, in my notes I had the quarterfinal matchup. So I got City Boys, Mean Machine, the 1 and 2 seed meet in the finals.
Okay.
They also say that teams with the bye have usually obvious.
What?
I'm not that.
Are you good?
Teams with the bye rarely don't make it to the finals.
Sometimes they come off a little rusty, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're playing the same day. They're not taking
True.
So I got Mean Machine City Boys in the finals.
Okay.
You want to go with your serial killers Phoenix first?
Yeah, so I got a completely different final. I'm going to go with
They met week 4.
Yeah.
And serial killers won that one 15-6.
15-6. Damn.
Kevin
balled out of that. Okay.
That was when he was still throwing a lot of interceptions.
Okay, that's fair. I think this time it'll be high scoring. More high scoring than the last one. Not necessarily high scoring. I'm going to go with a 22-20 victory.
22-20?
Yeah.
For?
Serial killers.
Really?
Yeah.
And serial killers are your Division 2 winter champions.
I think it's their year.
Who do you guys MVP?
I'm going to go with Sam.
Sam?
Yeah. Sam gets MVP.
All right. I got City Boys, Mean Machine. Let me just take a look if they played this year. Mm-hmm. They played week 2. City Boys won that one 22-20.
Talking about close games.
Yeah. We really placed these teams in the right division.
Honestly, mad respect.
4 total picks in this game. 167 total passing yards in this game. 16 total completions.
Hey, we call that good defense.
So I'm going to tell you the quarterback that won this game had 6 completions for 65 yards. He threw 2 picks.
And I would have said you're nuts.
So I don't think that's going to be enough to win yourself a final.
Yeah.
As much as I love Diego, I love those guys. They came in as soon as 45, left, came back, are back in. I think it's going to be a 22 to... What's the same score you got?
22-20?
Yeah. I got a 22-20 finals, but for Mean Machine this time.
Mean Machine.
Because some not wise person right next to me said it's hard to beat the same team twice. So I got 22-20.
Yo, Mean Machine, that's...
Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
They probably got it from there. Cool. They don't have like a jersey with like skulls and like dead people and prisoners and inmates and all that. But yeah. And my MVP is going to be your fundraising organizer.
Let's go.
Charlie.
That'd be awesome.
That's it for Div 2.
Nice. So, Div 3, I got Grizzlies winning it all.
No.
What? No. Div 3.
I got Grizzlies winning it all. You got primetime. You want to change your pick again?
What? Oh, shit, you're right. Div 3, I got primetime winning.
Stu's team.
No, not Stu's team. Div 3, I got primetime. You got Grizzlies?
Yeah. You want to change the Grizzlies?
Nope. Div 2, I got... Tell me what I got.
Serial
Killers, and you got?
Mean Machine.
Okay, let's see if we're going to have this... Well, no, Div 1 I can't pick. Never mind.
Okay, well, we could still talk about what
happened. I'll pick the other semifinal.
Yeah. So, in Div 1... Well, first of all, before we look at the stats, thank you for Double Dippers and Most Improved Players. You don't make the playoffs. Double Dipper started off with Manu at quarterback.
Yeah.
That experience didn't last very long. It's really hard to start playing quarterback in the highest possible division, right? So you didn't do yourself no favors. Mm-hmm. You did have some bright moments. And then they brought in another buddy.
Simon Blais.
Yeah.
And then Manu became the number one receiver, right? So like,
Did he actually finish as number one?
I just think he was like the go-to guy in key situations.
He always is, right?
Yeah.
He did finish second in receptions and touchdowns.
Yeah, there you go.
Most improved players, that guy, David Mather.
Yeah, if you're watching.
How do you pronounce his name? That's good pronunciation.
Mather? Yeah, saw him the other day. I didn't know he was a QB of the team, and I said, I heard you guys have a good quarterback. He's like, Brad, I'm quarterback. I was like, respect. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to be one of the better passers we've seen in recent seasons in FPL and MFL.
And it's rare you would see that from a winter season, right? Like usually, like the better passers would be in,
but
like,
he looks like he
or...
could throw the ball like, with that tight spiral.
That's
like,
impressive.
Like I even saw last week, he just did like a little lob pass in the back of the end zone because like the rush was coming and the guy kind of attacked him. He threw it off and it had like a beautiful spiral going into it. I was like, wow, I wish I could throw the ball that way.
Don't we all? Hopefully he plays in spring.
Yeah. So now let's look at the stats.
I know that Mike just pointed out in our group chat, Avery led the division in interceptions.
I'll let you know. So Brady led in touchdowns.
Nice.
And passing yards.
Nice.
I
tell you, he won't be there for the finals.
Or the semis.
Yeah. Big loss.
Alex Lipsky led in yards, followed by Rory. Christian Eduardo, who I wanted to talk about when we were going to talk about the A-side game, led in receptions. And Alex Ferrand led in touchdowns.
Nice. Wow.
Just by one. Derek Valmet right behind him at 13. Alex at 14.
Impressive.
Derek did play one less game. Important to note. And now let's go on the defense side of the ball. Mike Jazz did not lie to you. Avery did lead the league in interceptions by 2. He had 7 in 10 games. Matt Van East.
From most improved player.
Yeah.
Matt Van Aslett.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Was second, tied with Brady and Rory.
Nice.
And then sacks, we got Tyler leading the division with 17. David Brisson, who rushed you.
Very well.
Towards the end of the season, finished second with 12. I didn't even know he was a good receiver. Like I think he won receiver league, one of the divisions. Became a good quarterback, and now he's even rushing well. Like
maybe the second Taysom Hill in MFL.
Yeah, he had 12 of his own.
Nice.
So good job to you guys. Now let's preview some games.
Let's go.
Idaho A-side. This is going to be a very different game because Idaho's going to be missing a bunch of players.
Yeah. So, I mean, ones that we know about, there's Rory, because he's in Sweden. Then we got Brady.
Yeah, he's down south somewhere.
And then we got Brisson.
Yeah.
So, the 3 guys we know about.
Yeah.
But still, like, look at that roster. Are you looking at, like, guys that we think are going to be there? You got Chris, the veteran. You got
Jason Edwards,
Jerome. That's a good squad. I don't know if Kyle's going to be there. I've never seen him play. Brady and I were talking about that the other day because every time I play against him, Kyle hasn't been there.
You think he's scared of you?
No, I'm a nice guy. But it'd be important for him to play too because you want to get that chemistry. You don't want to get too many subs.
Yeah.
But we don't know who's going to, because obviously Chris can throw for these guys, but that means they wouldn't be able to get a sub, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to bring the roster more than 6 players.
Right. Okay.
So Idaho beat A-side by 9 points the first time they played, and they won 43-26 the second time they played.
Okay.
Both kind of one start.
43-36?
43-26.
My apologies.
Yeah. A-side do have a good quarterback of their own in Jared Buck. He missed a couple of games, but 24 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That's good ball protection there.
High IQ quarterback, very intelligent.
They got a bunch of ballers. Christian that I mentioned before, leading the team with 47 receptions, over 500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Clearly their main guy. I believe he is the snapper on this team. They got trio of receivers, Justin, Brendan, and Michael on this team.
Very good
And
players.
they got your Adam Rudick, who low-key player on this team, who is coming into his own at the right time.
He's good.
Player of the week, getting 3 touchdowns this past week.
He's good. Against us?
You got 3 against?
Well...
You remember them? Or you weren't there for all of them?
I came late, but I know him from before the game. I know he's a baller.
Yeah. So, like, great time to start shining, right?
Seriously.
That'll
be an interesting matchup, man.
Yeah.
And obviously both D1 finals are semis are at the same time.
Yes.
Because then you got the finals right after. Okay.
I gotta go on A-side with this one, just with everything I know. That's who's not gonna be there for Idaho, right?
I understand that. I'm going Idaho. This team just find ways. They find ways to win games.
With Brady at quarterback.
Yeah, they do, but I just feel like I don't know. It's like kind of the Patriots in the old days. You know what I mean? They could have like Nana G throwing and like you just find a way. Good teams find a way. And like yes, that year Brady won. Idaho won against us, Master Chiefs in the final. Brady was a question mark. He came in and played injured. I just feel like even if they had a different quarter, Brady had a hell of a game. He was MVP, but like this team just find ways to win.
Yeah,
and I think that'll be the case here.
Chris did sub a game for A-side this year, so maybe has the in
that is
to
true.
help his team win.
Huh?
Right.
Chris with the secret plans.
Yeah, it was all planned out, right? Master plan.
Master plan, Master Chiefs.
Next game, we got Pocket Rockets against Master Chiefs.
Yeah.
A lot of ex-teammates going up against each other in this one.
Excited for that one.
You guys played twice this season. I think you weren't there for neither of them.
Yeah, no, missed them both.
And they won both, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I think there were two tight matchups.
19-12 and 25-13. I did a little digging. In those two games combined, Pio threw 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in those two games.
Mm-hmm. It's like an average of 3 and 2.
Yeah, which is not great. And I don't think that's winning him this game.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely think that with you at quarterback, I mean, I hope you'll score more than 2 touchdowns, right? Because in both those games, your team only scored 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. You guys there are a lot of new players on this team, a big roster, so that's always a help. Mm-hmm. It does take more time to get the chemistry going at that point.
Yeah.
But I think by now everyone knows the role on your team.
Yeah.
For Pocket Rocks, it's simple. Alexi's the main guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
14 touchdowns on the season. The second guy got 4.
But the thing is, they're like, he's the top guy, but it's not because the other guys aren't great.
No,
or like this team is stacked.
Yeah. They got Tyler rushing.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Master Chiefs, it's hard to say the offense revolves around one guy. Mm-hmm. Derek leading the way in touchdowns, but you got a bunch of guys around that 300-yard mark with Derek, Ryan, Ben. Mm-hmm. You always have Rob, Mike, Avery also that are ballers on this team.
Yeah.
Kareem, the pioneer on defense.
Yep.
Avery leading the league in interceptions.
Yes.
I think with you throwing, it's hard to bet against Master Chiefs, and I just think that you have the more of the experience in throwing in those higher divisions in the MFL than Pio does right now. I think it's going to be a close back and forth game in the first half, and then I think you guys are just going to take that 2-score lead, and they won't be able to come back from it. So I got Master Chiefs in this one.
Nice. Hopefully not jinxing us. So that's
my finals is Master Chiefs and
A-side.
A-side. So you see Idaho in the finals. That's all you can say.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Idaho in the finals against I don't know, but I expect there to be 3 very good games. And I know it's easy. It's so generic to say that. Huh?
Can you predict the final score?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's your final score?
In that game? Like
no, in the finals. In the D1 finals.
36-32.
I'm going to go 28-26. Did I pick you guys to win it against Idaho in the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Jinxed me.
And, well, I'm going to pick you again. Just because A-side has a lot of strong players, but they don't have the depth. They've been missing a lot of guys often, and they've been playing most of the games with 7 players. Mm-hmm. I think playing a back-to-back...
we can loan them some players.
Yeah. And then some, right? Yeah. I think that's going to be like the key difference in that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to think some more analysis. What else could we...
Well, we played them this past week, right? A-side Master Chiefs. And like I said, Buck is just very smart with the football.
Yeah.
And he takes his shots when they're there. If they're not, he doesn't force anything. Mm-hmm. He throws a good deep ball. I think this team complements each other well. A-side does because they have guys that can stretch the field. You have guys that could, kind of check down to underneath. And defensively, they're good too.
Yeah.
Right? Defensively, they're a good team as well. So, yeah, I could see a ton of combinations making it to this final.
Coming into that game, you guys are both 5-5. Taking out the 1 and 2 seed in the process. You guys are about a even differential, 20 points for, 19 points against the game. Mm-hmm. A-side on their side, 19 points a game, but 23 against, but they did deal with a lot of like subs throughout the season,
That's
right?
tough
Like
to deal with, yeah.
Jarrett was not there for all the games, and when your quarterback, essentially your most important player, is not there, that's hard, right? I can see them coming out and winning this game. I think I'm convinced myself in picking A side finally.
You do you.
Yeah, because at the same time, when push comes to shove, you want your best players on the field. It's gonna be hard to see how you guys are gonna deal with that with the 27-man roster, right? Like
I think it's 26, but
okay, sorry.
Hey, look, that's what we pay Mike the big bucks. He's gonna make those calls.
So hopefully it's a good finals, and yeah, it's a safe pick. But like whoever wins this game, it's gonna be the quarterback who's gonna win the MVP, right? I see it being a quarterback who has maybe at most one, if not none, interceptions thrown this game.
Yeah, I think the first to throw 2 picks will lose the game.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we got games at 6, 7, 8,
5.
9,
First game's
10.
at 5 this weekend.
At 5?
5.
So you got 6 time slots.
Yes. If you read the ref email, it was written there.
If I read the ref email. That's the key.
Is that it?
I think that's it. We're talking about anything special, like have like a little hot dog stand, or
No.
Cat's gonna bring her donuts.
Not that I'm aware of, but maybe now do shout her out. She did. She will.
Okay.
So once again, it's our 50th episode
That's so cool.
since NFL Total Access exists.
That is awesome.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Sorry from the bottom. Now we're not much higher.
We got a mic since episode 1.
That is true. That is true. We got a light too.
We got some improvements coming for the summer, right?
It's good to
We
know.
got our boy Dendany that hooked us up with some things.
Yes, it's
We'll
true.
try to make it better. If you guys have any suggestions,
Yeah, let us know.
let us know.
We're all ears.
Hey, we got over an hour like we usually do.
That is pretty
And
good.
that was like very effortless.
Wasn't sure we're gonna get that much time.
Not that much rust.
No. When are you publishing this?
Sometime this week.
Okay.
Well, as
I
they're watching,
assume it'll be sometime this week.
Hopefully before Saturday.
Okay, got you.
Why?
Nice.
Any preference?
Just curious. No, it's all good. You make the decisions anyways.
Bold predictions?
Yeah. Thanks for remembering. Okay, bold predictions. I have a serial killers Phoenix final. I completely forget what I picked the final score in that game to be.
I got it here.
Thank you.
You have Serial Killers Phoenix?
Yes.
You said 22-20.
There'll be 2 plays left. Kevin will be losing and score a touchdown. But does the convert count as a play?
Yes, but if you score on your last play, you still get the convert.
There'll be 3 plays left.
Okay.
Kevin scores.
Yeah.
2 plays left.
Yeah.
The convert becomes irrelevant at that point. There'll be 1 play left.
Yeah.
45-yard bomb. Touchdown. Serial killers for the championship.
So Serial Killers, before Kevin and Serial Killers score on those last 5 plays, Kevin's gonna have 14 points. It's gonna be 16-14 the score.
You're the mathematician. Yep.
So it'll be 16-14. Kevin takes the 4-point lead. Does not get the 2-point
Does not
cover,
get
make it
2 points.
6, and then they score.
Last play of the game. Hail Mary. Killers.
So 2 scores, D2 final. Last 5 for Willie. Okay, if I say there's gonna be no.
That didn't
Okay.
sound bold enough.
Huh?
It didn't sound bold enough.
In the same game, though, in one of the finals,
Any of the 3.
any of the 3.
Okay.
So I gotta make extra bold, so I'm not choosing which final.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a convert return for points
Okay.
and an onside kick attempt that will succeed. We'll have a converted onside attempt and a return convert for points in the same final.
Okay, I like that. It's mild. Well, I'll take it. Do we know if
Probably not, but
I should completely forget what I was going to say.
you're joking, right?
I swear.
Something about the time, the food, when the MFL spring is starting.
Food, that would be a good idea. But you know what? Regardless, if we make the D1 finals or not, I'll be done at 7 the latest, right?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure to try and get some of that video in.
Subway.
That'll be cool. Yeah, I'll go get some Subway. Good idea. Come back. And yeah, film some of the finals. It would be cool to do interviews and stuff. That'd be cool.
You take care of that.
Yeah, sure.
I do enough of this
I
already.
got you. Come on.
Is that it? Let us know what you think about the onside attempt. Should we bring it back? Should we not? Too strict? Too lenient?
That's it. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to this episode of MFL Total Access. See you Saturday.
See
Get
you
your sleep
Saturday.
Friday. We got a big Saturday, folks.
Best of luck to everyone.